Hey, morning, y'all. It's Brian today, Hollis Farms. Kind of been out of pocket a little while. Haven't been able to post any videos. I messed around about a couple of weeks ago and herniated a disc in my lower back. Been kind of bothering me off and on for a while, but it wasn't real bad. Then went up to Illinois scouting a little bit and kind of hit me that Saturday morning. I don't know if I did something. I really don't know what exactly brought it on. Maybe the long ride up there or something. But I got up that Saturday morning and having trouble walking a little bit, leg hurting so bad. And then kind of eased up that afternoon. I actually went out and ended up hunted that afternoon and rode back the next day. After that 9-hour drive home, I couldn't hardly walk. I was on crutches for, I guess, 7 or 8 days before they could get me in for surgery. Well, I tried a steroid dose pack, whatever that is, the medicine to get the inflammation out of that didn't work. Then we went in there and, we did an injection. We did try a steroid injection, put it in the level, end up putting it in the level below where the herniation was, so it really didn't help much. Went and had another MRI and identified where the problem was. Went back on a Friday and they gave me an injection in that, right in that herniated disc. Man, I'm telling you, I had a pretty bad injury years ago out of the country hunting. About pain was so bad I passed out. This time it was right up there with it. I was hoping I'd pass out. That putting that medicine in there right on that herniated disc was rough. But anyway, gave that a couple of days. Didn't do any good. Spent the next week on crutches because I couldn't put any weight on my right leg and it hurt to not put weight on it. I was struggling a little bit, but ended up having surgery that following week, which was about 2 weeks ago. Still a little sore, but getting better. I don't have that nerve pain anymore, so I feel like we got that. So I gotta let it heal up and get stronger. Been off my feet for a long time. I feel a little weak, but anyway, that's enough of that. I got something I want to show y'all. Been always want to get one of these. Let me turn the camera around and show you. Y'all remember my old GMC right there? We've talked about it. Had Rick build the bed for it and all, but I've always wanted a square body. I ended up, my son-in-law had this one, and I had told him when I first saw it, don't ever sell it unless you call me. And he was ready to get rid of it. We did a little horse trading, and I ended up with it. Y'all, this thing, I'm excited about doing a little work on this thing. It's a 1984 Chevrolet Scottsdale edition, half-ton. Pretty much what you see on the outside is factory. Still got all the factory badges, mirrors, all the badges, grill, headlight bezels, hood ornament. Everything is bone stock. We did have to replace one of the headlights, but hard to find these trucks nowadays that hadn't been cut on, lifted, wore out, rode hard. But I knew if I ever could find me one, I wanted it. And anyway, what I've decided to do, not gonna do a lot to the exterior. I think we're gonna get it cleaned up, get some of that oxidation off of there. Maybe put a little wax on it and leave it like it is. I want it to look like it did. We put new tires on it. Went with the Cooper SST Pro. A lot of good reviews of those on YouTube. They didn't break the bank. And look, actually it's a little hard to find 15-inch wheels now. Everything now from the factory's got, I don't even know if they make 16s anymore. These trucks got 20s and 22s on them, but I didn't want to go up a wheel size. I like the 15s. That's what we always ran on them back then. First truck I ever had was a 78. I wish I still had that thing. And then we had an 82. And of course, back then you don't realize how valuable they're going to be one day. But anyway, we stayed with the 15-inch rims. Let me show y'all a little bit. I did fix up the interior. I've got the factory seat for this thing. If anybody's interested out there, and it's a tan color, I could probably ship it to you. I'm asking about $250 for it. I did, let me open this thing up. Let me open this thing up. It's got an aftermarket bumper there, dual exhaust. It does have a crate engine with headers and true dual exhaust. Somebody, they put a bed liner in it at one time. I may have to have that redone to protect it and go ahead and hit the back of the tailgate and maybe come over the bed rails here with it to protect that too. But like I said, I don't want to do too much that I don't want to do much to the truck that wouldn't have been done back in the 80s. I did go on and get the interior right. I'm really impressed with this. I got this seat right here from Wheels 411 up North Mississippi. I think it's Stephen Cantrell. I'll put a link to his. He does most of his business on Facebook. It's Wheels 411. He sells these seats and just happened to have this one in stock. You know, this is one of my favorite things. I wanted the truck to be comfortable, and boy, for the price you get this for, you couldn't go have one built for sure for this kind of money. He got new carpet from him. I hadn't got the floor mats I want. I can't find the tan ones around. I have to order some. I've got these in here. Got the carpet and the new dash cover. If y'all are familiar with these trucks, you know they always split right there in the middle. And the factory dash panel was split pretty bad. So I got this cover, the seats, and the carpet from Steven up there. Real good, real easy to deal with up there. One thing I did do that's different, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. If you see this back glass, see it's kind of you got a section of glass here and then a frame around it. You pop these little tabs up right here. There's 4 of them across. So you pop them out, and this piece of glass right here will tilt back and come all the way out. Then summertime, spring weather, you put it in a little case down behind the seat, and you got almost like it's kind of like some of the Avalanches out there. The window comes out. Some of the Toyotas have a power window, but I thought that was a pretty cool accessory. I had to have a back glass anyway because it got busted. My son-in-law was mowing grass and threw a rock and busted it. Let's see. Let me. I can't pop the hood. I'm kind of sore. I don't want to push on that thing, but it does have a aftermarket engine. I don't know much about it. I don't think Samuel knew much about it either. Try to find some numbers on the block or something. See if I can't learn a little bit about it. I know I got some little blow by on one of the pistons. Probably rings are bad. May end up rebuilding the motor over the winter. I got to kind of weigh out the options of whether I want to rebuild it or maybe buy a new motor from like Jasper Engines or somebody like that. Y'all comment if you've ever done that. I know you can rebuild them, but when you rebuild them, you just got a rebuilt motor. No warranties, nothing. Like buy one from either straight from General Motors or from Jasper or somebody, and I have a little warranty. Let me crank it up for y'all. And it's got a pretty good sound to it. Let me crank it up for y'all right quick. It's got a good sound to it, y'all. I think it's got old glass packs on it. Dual exhaust sounds good. You see it's got all the factory gauges here. Even got a clock in it. I told Jay all of them didn't have a clock in it back then. That was big time. Did get a new stereo system installed. The guys at 321 Customs in Columbus put a JVC head unit there. It's got Bluetooth and got the SCAR 6-inch round speakers in each door. Got a real good sound. 321 also installed the seats and the carpet for me and the dash covers, so they do good work. Show y'all what they did here went in here behind the seat. Of course, got the amp. The amp is under the seat. Got a 10-inch sub over there with a custom box and some Maggie Hush. Some custom shells built over here so we didn't waste that space. They do a good job. Got the SCAR 6x9s mounted in the corner here. Dropped y'all. 6x9s mounted in the corner. 10-inch sub. 6 inches in the door. Got a real good sound. Also put the little hooting steps there. Back then, I remember you didn't have a whole lot of options like you do nowadays, but it's kind of an old school step. I like that. Y'all see you smoking out of this right side a little bit, but good sound to it. It runs good, drives tight. It's got dual front Rancho shocks with 4-inch blocks in the rear. It's got the steering stabilizers right there. Looks like they put aftermarket leaf spring bushings in it when they did it. I think whoever did it right, and I think the only thing like I said, I'm trying to keep the truck as stock appearing as I can. I know you can pour a ton of money in one of these, paint it, but I just it's something to me, something about having one with the, what is this thing, 38 years old? 38-year-old paint job still looks pretty good. Get some of that oxidation off of it. But anyway, y'all follow along. If y'all have done anything to any of these trucks, comment below and tell me, give me some ideas. Like I said, I don't want to go too crazy, but I think I've done all I'm gonna do till I have to do what I'm gonna do in that motor. I can't be riding around looking like a mosquito truck spraying. It's smoking pretty bad. But we got tires, and we had to fix the power steer, and then we put a new radiator in it, and a few little things that just, when one sets up, it goes bad. So, but we're looking forward to driving this thing around and having a lot of fun in it. Boy, it takes me back. 1984, I was 15 years old, burning up the roads. Like I said, I had a 78, then we had an 82, and then ended up getting a Monte Carlo. We was always doing something to them, fixing up stereo, mag wheels, paint jobs. And this is gonna be fun here. Maybe one day something I can pass down to Jake's little boy. And sure enough, be an old one by the time he does it. So, well, we appreciate you watching, and y'all, like I said, let me know what you've done to these things. I'm open to some ideas, and next time we decide what we're gonna do on the motor, I'll let y'all in on it, and we'll have a little fun. So thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.